It's been more than 20 years since Will Smith hit the big screen in Bad Boys. And if I'm being honest, no one really knows if the Fresh Prince star will ever team back up with Martin for Bad Boys 3, so we'll all just have to settle for this Netflix movie Bright. Well, it's not really settling because we still get to see Will Smith on the big screen in another kick-ass police drama. Well, sort of. Netflix is clearly trying to piss off the movie industry after shaking up the TV game. They just released a big budget new film starring Will Smith and Joel Edgerton titled Bright. This film gives us movie theater vibes without the extra movie theater costs, which is good for everybody, right? Netflix's new movie Bright, which categorizes itself as part buddy cop movie and part lavish fantasy, is definitely a must-watch. You know, I have to admit, I was gonna give you guys a cheesy little review just because I see everybody's talking about this movie, but halfway through that, I warmed up some popcorn and watched the movie for my damn self. There are a lot of negative reviews out there from critics who are calling the movie trash, but I don't know what movie they watched. But the movie I watched was pretty damn good, and here's what I think you need to know before watching Bright on Netflix. First of all, this movie is one of those where you're gonna get to use your brain a little. This is where all that fantasy comes into play. In real life, we all know how tense the climate is right now with police brutality and some of the other issues we're still facing with racism. This movie has some of those same undertones in a very clever way. As far as story goes, Bright centers on two LAPD officers, Ward, played by Will Smith, and Jacoby, played by Joel Edgerton. Ward is human and Jacoby is the force's first orc cop. Okay, this is where it gets a little weird, I know. No one knows what the hell an orc is, or at least I didn't. So instead of being confused through the whole movie looking stupid, I googled it. According to the internet, an orc is a fictional humanoid evil creature that is part of a fantasy race akin to goblins. I know it's weird as but I promise you guys it works. So Jacoby is having a hard time on his job, and his race plays a major factor. Since he's an orc, it's causing him to be seen as an untrustworthy outsider to his colleagues and a traitor to his fellow orcs. Ward, to his annoyance, has been partnered with this so-called diversity hired, and there's this ongoing backstory where Will Smith's character is kind of annoyed with this character because there's like this backstory where they have like a weird past. There's this criminal situation that goes south, but before they even hash things out, the two are swept into this mystical conspiracy involving a secret Elvis society and a magic wand. I know it sounds a little corny or trippy, but it's really fun to watch. The highly coveted wands are extremely rare and powerful and can only be used by specialized magical users referred to as brights. Everyone else who touches these wands actually explode. So when Will Smith's character and Jacoby get their hands on one, they find themselves running from their own colleagues and everyone else, including the feds, LA gangs, and even some really evil elves, and the story really starts to pick up. So it's not exactly another Bad Boys movie, but I personally like the fantasy aspect, and I love how raw Will Smith is in this movie. He swears a lot, and he's definitely coming through, guys, with all those shady jokes that we love from Will Smith. Like I said earlier, the movie has not been well received by a lot of the critics, but Netflix has already ordered a second movie, which is always a good sign. I mean, if you're like me, you hate investing your time into a series that goes away. Damn you ABC for canceling Desperate Housewives. So you don't have to worry about watching this movie and never being able to obsess over it on social media forever. Speaking of social media, Will Smith seems to be going all in on social media. He finally created an Instagram account and immediately went viral because he's Will Smith and because of this super silly video that he made for Justin Timberlake.
JT, thanks a lot, man, for the post, Instagram, man, because this is my first day, you know. Oh, and I heard you doing the Super Bowl, so I want that to help you out. Like, just the things to avoid at the Super Bowl is like, just like avoid that. Avoid that. I'm stupid. Cuter, man. I love you.
After you follow Will Smith on the gram, be sure to subscribe to his YouTube channel as well, because he just created it and it's already verified. Yeah, he's going all in. So tell me guys, are you gonna be spending a couple of hours watching this new Will Smith movie on Netflix this weekend? And based on my quick little recap, like, are you even into this movie Bright at all on Netflix? I can't wait to read your comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please subscribe right now to Bingeworthy, because I've got so many more really awesome videos coming your way in 2018.